Woof! Welcome to Two Dogs Digs. Time for another Baggie Wall Haul. Baggie Wall Haul. Baggie Wall Haul. Baggie Wall Haul. Hey everyone! Thanks for dropping into Two Dogs Digs tonight on a Tuesday. We're here tonight to chat with you. Well, I'm here to chat with you about my new glasses. I'm here to chat with you about stuff I found on the Baggie Wall that Rick doesn't know about, because I basically bring this stuff in and I throw it in a box, and then he gets to see it when you see it here, because it's stuff I didn't find when I was shopping with him. So I have got my regular guest here with me, my hubby, who actually in 2 days or 1 day or 3 days.
The 26th.
I
think it's the 26th.
I thought it was the 27th. It's our.
I'll look it up.
It's our 21st anniversary, wedding anniversary, marriage.
Yeah,
anniversary.
the official gay marriage.
The official legitimate marriage is either the 26th, the 27th, or the 28th. And as we always say, we're two guys, so guys never get anniversary dates right anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And we have had this going on for 20 years. So we do not have the right date. So we will check it out at some point. Oh, and we'll figure out when our anniversary is. So big hello on our anniversary. And I'm doing my little Pride thing. I got my Target Pride shirt on. I got my Pride glasses on. I got my glasses fixed so that they don't reflect so much.
You got your hair done?
How to sit them on my head correctly. Oh, Jennifer, I finally found you again. Hello. So say hello to everybody who's joined us here tonight. If I can move up the door. There we go. We got Linda, Michael, Tina, Lisa, Janet, Jennifer, Mr. Carl, Susan, Diana, Kathy. Let's see. Mr. Greg's at home today, not on the TV. Hey, Kendra's here as well. And Lisa, Charmaine, and Brian as well. There's Brian and Candace. Thank you for popping in to see us tonight. So, hi, Heather and Bob. Let's see. Who else we got here? The 28th is your birthday. Congratulations. Happy birthday. Marianne. Lisa. So let's see. I hope I haven't missed it. Hey, Luette. Hello. And hello, Dawn. And Mom. Thank you so much for the anniversary wishes. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Baggie Wall. Couple of things I wanted to do. First, I wanted to start out and let you guys know that if you are a Kennel Club member, thank you so much for supporting us here on the Kennel Club. That's the $2.99 a month. And you get the little icons beside your name that tell you how long you've been members. And you get to do little things like Doug Butt and little emojis and stuff like that. You get access to our research deck. But I've also started again with doing some what we call our bolos or our woofs, our watch out for, WOOF, woof. Get it? And I'm doing those exclusively right now for the Kennel Club members. So earlier on this week or on the weekend, you might have seen a notice for one. Now, if you're trying to find them, it's an easy way to find them. And you can look for other stuff in there too. But all you need to do is, if you didn't get the notice, go to our Two Dogs Digs page. Just type in Two Dogs Digs, like youtube.com/Two Dogs Digs. You'll get to this page. And then you'll have a section here that says community. And the community tab is actually where messages are put in there. So there's different things that are in here, and depending upon what level you are, you will see them as being a member, or you will see them as something extra. Most of the stuff in there is for members. That's where we announce stuff. So I'll put a link in there. And if you go to the videos, the only people who can see the member videos are members. And thank you, Jennifer. Thank you so much for becoming a member with us today. It's really appreciated. We hopefully, even today, we hope we will show you some stuff that you might have thought about or hadn't thought about. We're also going to talk a little bit today, not only about the Baggie Wall Haul, but we're going to talk about offers on eBay, making sure it's sort of a reminder to people about how offers can work to your advantage. We're going to go over do that in about the midway point. And we're also going to do a little update. We just had a chat with the guy who created Crossless Magic to talk to him about a couple of things. And so we're going to update you a little bit on that, again, as we get to the middle part of the thing. So, Rick, I thought we'd start off with telling people what a wonderful week we had last week. Well, before we start with the hello, Sherry. Everybody say hello, Sherry. And everybody wish Sherry's hubby, Jeff, a speedy recovery, because Jeff just had to go in for some surgery, and he's on his way to recoup right now. So we all wish Jeff a big hugs from the dogs and all the kennel members and everybody else who's not a kennel member.
Quick healing.
Yay. We don't mind being stuck with anybody. What I was saying is, let's talk about what a wonderful week in sales we had last week, Rick. Oh, see, I said the 27th, you said the 26th, and now you're...
And then I looked it up. I found our
27th.
certificate.
So we had a payout this week.
Facebook.
We got our payout this week.
Oh my gosh, it was shocking.
It was so freaking low. We sold more on Etsy this week than we did last week than we did on eBay, but there was a kind of rational reason, and I think this is what people I want people to hear, because this is what we had a payout week of less than $100, and that's a bad week for us. It may be a good week for other people, but it's kind of a bad week for us. Now, it wasn't that bad a week in general. It's just we had one of those weeks where every single thing it could go wrong with a sale went wrong with a sale. Right?
Yeah, stuff happens. And this is kind of, one of the lulls that you will see if you've been reselling for a long time.
Yeah. May and June are always never
weeks, and you will have some really, what happened weeks.
Laughable weeks, like the why am I doing this weeks. And actually just recently, even today, I think in the Facebook group, in the crazier Canadian resellers and fantastic thrifters group, our craft Facebook group, we had a couple of people who said, I haven't sold a lot and I don't know if I'm doing things right, or I'm just trying to get into this. How am I supposed to ramp this up? How do I deal with negatives and things like that? And I think the thing that people have to recognize, again, May and June are usually pretty bad months. They just seem to be, they historically have been, we've been doing this 28 years, and May and June are our worst months of the year, normally our worst months of the year. Rick just put a link up there if you haven't joined our Facebook group and you happen to be watching us afterwards, or if you're in here and you haven't joined us. Susie says, a friend at Comic-Con said no one is even spending money there. Now, we are selling things. So next week, you're going to see our what sold in June. And we have sold some good things. We've sold some multiple $100 items out of the blue. So it has been good, except Carl says it's been slow for them. Hydrant says, just made rent for your 2 booths today. Profit, not a lot. So on the booths, that's like, that's the reason we had to stop, was we weren't making enough profit in the month. And it was like the 26th, 27th of the month. It's like, that means that nothing I've sold is actually giving me any profit. Summer slowdown times.
When we had a booth, you mean?
Huh?
When we had a booth.
Yeah, when we had a booth. When we had a booth, it was like, yeah, we had a month where we didn't make the rent, and then we owed rent for that month the next month, which meant our rent for the next month was even higher, and we had another month that was doing okay. So it's like, it's a challenge sometimes. You have to find the best place for you to actually rent from, the best booths to rent from. There's all sorts of different things. And again, we're going to talk about that in the future a little bit more. Elisa says, a friend told her that the don't buy any extra stuff for a calendar year trend has recycled around again. I don't like that. That's yeah, we should. Susie's waiting for the fall, selling summer stuff on Marketplace until then, hoping things get better. Tina had 7 sales Saturday, 0 Sunday. So yay, roller coaster for sure. Lisa said she had a week started to pick up, sold an MCM figurine. We have 2 auctions on. We got $50 on one bid and $15 on another bid. And the one thing cost us $1 that we got at $15, which is a pennant. I think it's one of the ones I might have even shown you last week. One of the pennants that we had. We took the $10 worth of pennants, and I listed 5 of them for like 15 to 20 bucks a piece. Rick bought something that what are these sales that you speak of? Yeah, overall goal for the year. That's really the best way to take a look at things like that. Lots of estate sales. That's nice potentially, as long as you watch what you're doing. But I'll show you one of the things that we ended up having that we have a bid on. So again, people, this is the challenge I always say. People always say, oh, no one's buying, no one's bidding, no one's doing anything. Well, people are still selling. There's lots of stuff that sells for good money. There's still people who are buying things just for the sake of buying them. And I'll show you this. I'm just trying to get to one of them right now. This is, we have 15 auctions that we just launched, and 2 of them actually have bids on them already. And this is one of them. Now, Rick picked this up.
I did.
I will let Rick tell you about it when he picked it up. Here we go. This is Rick. Rick picked this up.
Okay, we were at what was the name of the thrift store? Amvets in the States. And this amazing piece was in a box. It was all taped up. It is the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation House. It was priced at $10, I think. So I opened it up and I looked in it, and unfortunately, if you show one of the final pictures, you can see the bottom, the light pack melted inside the unit. So the person that owned it actually cut out all of the damaged electronics that would have fed, the optic, fiber optic lights to the rest of the house. So we took it up to the counter and I said, this can't light up anymore. The actual electronics inside are all gone or damaged. Is there anything you can do on the price? And the cashier said, how about $4? Okay, sold.
So a lot of times we say is, why would you buy something that's busted? Why would you do anything like who's going to buy something that is like that badly damaged? Who is going to potentially
the only damage on it was on the underside. You can see the little panel has the melt marks on it, and the electronic lights won't light up the house, but it still looks really pristine when you don't show the bottom.
Yeah. And so we put it up for auction. Now these sell for $140 to $200 and some odd dollars if they're brand new and working. Well, you know what? We decided we were going to pop it up there and start it at $50, and we got our first bid already. And very clearly non-working, and very clearly displays nicely but does not light up. Connections are cut. See photos.
That's a good comment.
But yeah, I buy that for $4. Cousin Eddie would have just bought it for the crapper. Greg would have bought it. So yeah, it did catch fire. You wouldn't have bought it like that. Well, again, yeah, that's just it. A lot of people don't.
We had the debate in the store about whether to buy it or not, and ultimately,
I said we'll probably get it because it was like $8 or $10. But the point there was that you really should think about, don't discount something just because it's actually
it can still be displayed. It just won't light up unless somebody crafty can figure out how to redo the lighting inside.
And in fact, just to sort of reprove the point, this is something else that we put up just recently, and this was going to feature this next week, but I'll talk about this now because it's in the same world. This is the kind of thing that you may think about donating. Why? Because up top here, it's chipped. It's a poodle, vintage Napco. There's a little poodle. Nothing wrong with the rest of the poodle. And other than the fact it looks like it's got some kind of horrendous, like, disease from the 1600s. But nothing else wrong with the poodle, except for the fact that it has, when you look at it, it's cute. But it has very clearly a broken holly thing on the top. Well, we decided that we weren't going to toss this. We weren't going to throw it out. We were going to put it up for bids. And we started this, I think, at like $19 just to see if anybody would decide.
We started it low.
We started it low. Well, look how much it sold for. $89 on auction. Yes, $89 for a damaged, chipped poodle. So,
there's a reason for that. Those poodles are actually really difficult to find. If you look at other comps for similar items, the pink poodle is the most hard to find one, and there are a lot of people out there who can repair that slight little damage. So I think the person that bought it is thrilled. We did ask them before we sent it, just to verify, you did see that this was chipped.
Yeah, and just like Elisa got right there.
Fine.
Yeah, we just like Elisa says, we always just do the make sure of, there's a message going, you know what you're getting, right? So again, it was just something else to sit there. So again, when we talk about, it's the time of year people don't buy anything, we just sold a $90 chipped poodle, and we're going to sell a $50 non-working vacation house. So there's people out there shopping. But we had
I think you may have gotten that poodle in the Baggie Wall.
I might have actually.
I think you did.
But the thing that actually killed us last week was we had 2 packages. One package got lost. We had somebody who got something that was just like for free that they got like 20 days ago and decided that it was literally $15 item, which was our freebie that we send out all the time. First time we actually had it. On our shoelaces that we got that bags for like $3, so that cost us like a nickel a thing, and we sell them for $15. First time in, I don't know, 100 plus that we've sold that somebody said it's not the right length, can I return them? I just said I'll keep it. So the thing, and then the other piece was I put a 3 of an item in there, and we actually only had 2 of the item, and the third one was cracked, so I had to give a refund for that. And then the item has basically been lost. We don't know where it's gone. It's just sort of disappeared in the USPS system. And the people are like, oh, no, don't worry about it. And I was like, no, here's your money back. And they're like, no, don't send us our money back. I said, no. I said, yes. I fought with them and sent them their money back. And that was like a $70 sale. And I said, if it turns up, then maybe we'll find a way for you to pay me. If it comes back to me, I'll resell it to you. But it's like we kept getting all these credits coming through. And so we didn't have a good sales week. And then we had credits of like $150. So it was like, I saw the little email this morning. Here's your weekly payout. I was like, ooh.
At least there was a payout.
That's why I'm going to do some offers.
There was a payout, okay?
It's still a payout.
They didn't take money from us.
Yes, that's true. Heather says she's had weeks like that too. And one of Heather's first ones was a ceramic poodle. Mama said there'd be days like this. Yeah. I wish eBay would allow buyers to request invoices for refunded items. Actually, if I talk to eBay Canada, I'll try and remember to bring that up in the future too. But other than that, everything's going well, and we're still shopping. I still shop. We have the stuff that we got from the other sale. We're prepping a couple of Max Solds right now. We're working on building stuff for our Etsy store, for our eBay store. We're using Crossless Magic to do a lot of that stuff, which is really great because, again, what we told you last week, we're finding items that might be on Etsy, and we're using somebody else's item to create the basis for our item, and then we're adapting it in the drafts. So if you haven't, again, looked at Crossless Magic, remember, just take a look at it. It's Such an easy thing to do. All you end up doing is you can go to anything you want, like any item you want. I'm going to go to this one here and show you that Napco Poodle. If we wanted to do another Napco Poodle, all I have to do is click on this little icon in the corner. This is on Chrome extension that's in the background. I click up here on the top and I say what platforms I want to list it at. So it can be Depop, eBay, any market, Etsy, Facebook, Grailed, Instagram. If I wanted to make an Instagram post of it, a Poshmark post, anything I want to do, all I have to do is click the ones that I want to do there. And then I click on this little button and it creates the Etsy listing for me. One of the things that I talked to Attila, the guy who created this, he's actually in Budapest. And we're still trying to figure out if there's a way that we can skip through these so that it automatically fills in another company, a finished product, and then just for a year, just to put before 2005, so that it skips this to help build your listing. And then you can see it took all the pictures, it took everything. So everything in here, it pulled together. Category is another thing that we're trying to see if we can get that filled in for you. And then you might have to click the shipping option because, again, that's something you'd have to save for yourself. So just going to get rid of that because we don't need to look at that one right now. So if you do look at it again, you get 7 days for free, $9.95 US a month, and you get 3 months for $5. So $3 for 50% off if you try it. So again, I just want people to think about trying this. If you've been selling on Facebook Marketplace, you can take your Facebook Marketplace listing and for the first time, you can post it to Etsy. So I'm just going to try and find that right now. Let me go and do one of my Facebook posts in here. I'm going to go straight to Marketplace for me. Here's my Marketplace. Here's my selling. So I'm going to show you the exact same thing I just showed, but I'm going to use this with Facebook Marketplace. You're
going to share your screen?
Yeah, I just didn't want to do all the clicking on there. So here is something that we have. Actually, that has to be out of stock because we just sold that. Delete that message. Forgot to do that, but I do need to. Yeah, no, I sold it elsewhere. So I'm going to take this Austin Matthews. This is something I only have here, and I'm going to take this and I am going to click it and I'm going to create this on Etsy. So I'm taking my personal Facebook Marketplace listings and I'm making Etsy listings from this. So it's that easy. You could make eBay listings, you could make Etsy listings, you can make Poshmark listings, any of those things. So again, think about that. Any item that I've got here, I can take this and go, well, you know what? I'm going to move this and I want this one to show up on my Poshmark Canada side of things. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it in here. It's going to create two things for me now. An Etsy one, it's building, and there's my Poshmark one. You can see it up in the corner here. There's building my Poshmark one. So I just want you to think about this when you're looking at it. If you are a Facebook Marketplace person, I know we got some people who said getting probably 50% of the people are new that are joining our craft group. And when they're new, they're all saying, hey, I sell only on Facebook. So this is really good. No, that one was not old enough for Etsy. That was I just grabbed that one as an example. You got me on that one. But again, that was just an example to show you how you can take Facebook Marketplace listings and move them over. But it's time to talk about the Baggie Wall. So let's show you some of the stuff. So a lot of the times we talk to you, depending upon where you go, you may find things that are big baggie walls. You may find a baggie or two at like a garage sale or an estate sale as well. We actually did find a couple of those. I'm going to show you those today as examples as well. The things that might be in a bag and it just has like a stamp on it or a sticker on it. So we have a couple of those kind of thing. A lot of the stuff we find is in the toy world, but I tried to make sure today that we're gonna show you or start off at least by showing you a bunch of stuff that's not specifically in the toy world. So this is the first thing that I actually wanted to show you because we have talked about these before. This was actually a Goodwill in the States, and we talk all the time about when you can find things that are cross-list, they are cross-stitch things. And one of the biggest things that you can try and find if you're ever seeing cross stitches is to look for things by a company called Dimensions and to look for Dimensions Gold Collection. Well, take a look at this little find. This was $5.99, and I saw this on the Baggie Wall, and look what it is. It's Dimensions Gold. Now, the bigger Dimensions Gold can go for a lot of money, but this baggie is filled with four sealed Dimensions Golds. The Gold Petite Collection. So we got Seashell Treasures. We have, this is cute actually. This one is like Toy Shop. And then that's another seashell one. So I might even put them together. And then that's another shop from a collection. So Tea Shop and Toy Shop. Again, sealed inside here. $5.99 for these. And at the same time, there was also this tiny little thing that was inside this same bag, which was Festival of Trees. It's a whole bunch of little tree things in here. So again, if you can find them, if you see anything that says Dimensions, I'm trying to get the shine off, Dimensions Gold Collection, I want you to make sure you grab it, whether it's in a Baggie Wall or anywhere else. Now, we've actually sold gold Dimensions that have been opened as well, because they seem to be some of the hottest items that can be out there. And I'm just going to take in here, and I'm going to go to Gold Dimensions Cross Stitch Kit, just to give you an idea. Oh, Rick's back. Just to give you an idea of what some of these can go for, because you will be shocked at how much some of these can go for. So this 21,000 items are listed right now on eBay. I'm going to sort by highest price. And then before I do anything else, I'm just going to scroll all the way down real fast so you don't get to cheat and see sold items. Now take a look at this. $576, $499. This had 30 bids. This cross stitch kit, an Enchanted Garden, had 30 bids and ended up at $576.
And there's a spelling error in their price. The gold collection.
Oh, it's the gold collection. And it actually doesn't even look like it's sealed. It says new, unused, unopened. But take a look at all these different ones. $2.99. Christmas stockings. They're big, big, big gold collection. So these are all gold collection items. And you can see that there are really, really strong sellers. And in fact, there's 4,600 of those have sold in the past 90 days. So yeah, they've become popular since COVID. Yeah. You still have to make the damn thing too. It's been a while, but finding those makes your month. Yeah, it can really easily. And again, we don't hesitate to decide I'm going to buy one that's open. We bought a couple open ones, and we've actually sold them for $50 to $75 open. As long as you look at what's inside and disclose it, then if it's missing some thread, people can always replace the thread. But as long as you've got, I think we've even sold a couple that have been started stitching on, haven't we, Rick? It's like, yes, people like started stitching, they went, oh, hell no. And then
there was one that we sold to Russia that actually had been resealed, that had been partially done.
Yeah.
And the Russian woman was very upset, except we gave her a full refund. And then she realized, oh my goodness, there are real good eBayers out there. Yeah. So we got a positive feedback out of that one anyways.
So that was an interesting find, to find that sort of thing just sitting there on a Baggie Wall. Then this is something else. And again, I've brought these up before, but I always like to bring these up when you see them. Sometimes you're lucky enough to see this. And I found these 2 different times that I was out. And this is tarot cards.
Tarot cards, yeah.
Oracle cards. So this, the nice thing about this was these were sealed. So this is $4.99 for this pack. And then at another time I found this, which was another $3.99. So it's strange how cheap they can make these. And this is something they just did not know what to put in this box. So they put in the 5 Crowns, the game that is not over, How to Speak Cat, Plants and Zombies, and then this little teeny tiny tarot card pack. So I did not look any of these up. I just took the risk at $4.99. So we're going to look these up now. I could tell they were sealed. Now, some of them are not necessarily great, huge sellers. That's the thing. If you can look them up. But for our purposes, I did not want to do it. These are not by the most popular person out there, which is, oh God, I forgot her name now.
Doreen Virtue?
Yeah, Doreen Virtue. In fact, some are tarot cards and some are what are called oracle cards. So these are oracle cards, and this is another oracle card set. And this is the Wild Unknown tarot card set. So let's just take a look at that one, the Wild Unknown by Kim Kranz. I don't know if you're looking these up, Rick.
No, my internet connection down here is pretty slow.
So that's what you're supposed to be doing for me while I'm talking about these things. So,
but if my internet is slow,
this will be interesting.
What?
What? That sure as heck looks like that, don't it?
It does.
The back is different. And that's been opened. But that's very interesting. The back is different on mine. Mine has a little story on it. And then mine just says, to avoid suffocation.
Yeah, Canadian, right?
To avoid suffocation, do not open this package and put the plastic over your mouth. So it looks like somebody might have, I don't even know much about it. But yeah, I got to do a little more research on this one. But that could very well be a $50 to $100 plus deck. This one, again, I didn't look these up. This is Denise Lynn Oracle cards. But again, these are sealed. That's the nice thing, is they are sealed. I will probably try and remove this plastic off, those codes, the UPC codes from them. And then in the other baggie, I did check these. One of those times you go squee. Yeah, I do have, I guess I have a different edition. So I'll have to do a little more research on it. But again, I don't mind. I paid $3.99 for that. Then the other thing I got, and I did check this one because it was sealed, and the other stuff I wasn't interested in. This is the little Ancient Tarot de Marseille. This is like a $25, pretty common thing to sell, $25 sealed. So I bought that for $3.99, as you recall, and I now have the Game of Plants and Zombies, which will be going into a max sold, and I can put that in with How to Speak Cat, unless anybody wants How to Speak Cat. And then I also have 5 crowns. I will probably look them up, see if there's worth anything. But generally, $9 from the regular sort of section of the store that has baggie walls in it. Something else that I found in that baggie wall section was this. All right, where's that bag? Where'd the bag go? And I'm not sure if I should have bought this or not. Rick is probably going to say no. But
my lips are sealed, just like the Go-Go Girl.
No. I don't know. I just decided I should try and buy it. It's for the delicate ladies who learn how to use hankies. I bought this for $4.99. I don't sort of know why. It's just a bag of hankies. And I think I got this on one of the days that it was a 30% off. So they did look clean. They did not look like they were used hankies. And again, I mean, I'm not. They all look kind of plain when I'm looking at them now. Oh well, maybe you never know. There might be something cute inside here. Maybe that looks like it belongs to the tarot cards. So just again, I just grabbed a few of these things. Somebody stitched into this the Prince Edward Island logo, little corners, little flowers. It's not necessarily a huge money maker, but it's actually something that I picked up because I wanted to be able to have a bunch of, oh, that's cute. A bunch of these little guys to go, little Billy Goat Gruff, for a Whatnot show. So I'm planning on doing a Whatnot show that is all 1937 is on the side of that. It could be a birth. I don't. Oh look at that one. That's a different one. Look at this. It's a royal one, I think. I can't.
Lisa, which pairing is that, Lisa?
1937 in the bottom corner. That is a royal. That's got to be a royal. Yeah, Edward, I think, is right. Yeah. So again, that was cute. $5. I'm probably doing that because
George the Sixth.
I'm probably going to put these again. I'm doing a Whatnot show specifically on accessories and things like that. So sometimes when you're looking at this, you're going to pre-plan for what may be coming out, what other things you might end up looking at. I did see in another thing, I found this, and I thought, oh, okay. Why would I look at that? Well, see, that's the one key thing. Always flip your baggies over. And then I saw that. This is a Mickey character switch plate, and it was $3.99. So it's from the 80s. It is, or it's from Disney, or 90s, but it's from Disney because it's from their Walt Disney World at Home collection. 90s or maybe 2000. It's just marked Disney on the back. Brand new. Really cute. And then one of the other things I always say to you, if there's one on the wall, it might not be all, or it's probably not all. Well, luckily, I just kept looking, and look what else I found there. Another baggie filled with 4 more. 5, 6, 4, 5 more. So there's 5 more of them in here, and this one actually has Mickey and Minnie. And again, this one, again, $3.99. So I got 6 of these. If you want to even count, this is all with garbage, probably the rest of the stuff that's inside here. But 6 of these for $7. I know I should be able to easily sell these for over $1 a piece. And I can put them in with quantity so people can actually order more than that when they're doing it. And again, it's Walt Disney World. So that's the one thing that's nice is it's from Disney World at Home. So it's something that people would have only been able to get at the Disney World at Home store at Disney. Another thing I saw, sometimes you see things where they just randomly put stuff together into a baggie. Like this. A little baggie with a couple of shot glasses in it. And speaking of theme parks, look at that. 2 little, $3.99, Universal Studios, An American Tail. It's Fievel. It's Fievel. And I did look these up. Yes, I did look Fievel up. And surprisingly, these little guys have sold and are listed for between $15 and $25 each. Number 1, it's from Universal Studios. So that's number 2, it's An American Tail. And it's actually one of those movies that has a huge following, but not a lot of licensed material out there. So the fact that this is Universal Studios would have been the place that you would have picked this up for American Tail. So again, got 2 of those for $2 a piece. So couldn't resist something like that. I always want to tell you, again, the same sort of thing, like that Walt Disney World at Home or the Universal Studios. Make sure you take a look if you see stuff from older theme parks, amusement parks, and things like that, because there are sometimes some really good items that you can find from those, especially when people are trying to go, I remember those. Oh, there's one there, $16.99. And unfortunately, I just noticed one of them has a little chip in the top of it here. So that's a little thing I did not notice before. That's the risk. And then I don't know what, I'll probably just throw these into a max sold. Sometimes you get lucky when you see something coming out, and sometimes it's a cart. So I saw this cart coming out, and it was the woman bringing out the stuff to put on a baggie wall. And then this is all I could see on the cart. And I reached in and grabbed this. It was $4.99, and I was lucky enough to pick up 3
knee huggers.
Vintage knee huggers. Some glittery, and a little rough, sort of with the silver on them. There's this guy, and this guy.
Snap, crackle, pop.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, this part of this made in Japan. This is another thing you always want to watch out for. These guys can go for really good big money. Knee huggers, Christmas knee huggers. So these will probably end up going for about $15 or so a piece. The glitter ones actually go.
No, it wasn't in somebody else's cart. It was.
No, it wasn't in someone else's cart.
The staff was bringing new stuff out on.
And there are a couple of places where they actually don't allow you to do that. Like there's one that I go to, and I know, like if you go near it, they go no. But then this other one I go to, the ladies all know me because I chat with them all the time. I talk to them. I love their hair. I say, "Oh, look at your nails done." They don't mind when I go and look. Actually, there's this cute little things that were actually in there too, which I don't know what they are, but they're little. Those are cute. So they'll probably go into one of our Whatnot, again, our Whatnot shows, or Whatnot, like kitschy decor shows or something like that. So that's a bunch of the stuff that I got. More stuff that's going to be going into more of the toy world. So, but before we go into the toy world, and oh yeah, when I talked about buying stuff, well, that's actually, this was at somebody's garage sale in a bag. So it's a bag, an unofficial Baggie Wall Haul. And Rick would know why I picked this up. Why would I have picked that up, Rick?
I can't see what it is. Oh, they look like jigglers.
That's right. They are. Well, I don't know if they're official jigglers. These are sort of vintage rubber creatures. And you'd be very surprised to find that some of these things actually can sell for really, really good money. Like this is probably from the 60s or 70s. And we've actually sold some of these for really good money. We've told the story of that a few times. So this whole bag cost me $2 for all these creatures. So I'm going to have to do a little research on that. I might put a bunch of them into a lot again and do them as an auction because we're still doing well, as you can see, with auctions. One of the other things I wanted to show you today, though, was just quickly when we're talking about making sure that you're actually trying to get money in, is don't forget the ability for you to send out offers. And I'm going to do two things. One is I want people to remember that you can accept offers on your Etsy store. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But the other one I'm going to show you right now is this is, okay, where am I? Right here. This is literally my phone at the moment. And I'm going to go in here to my eBay store. I'm going to go into send offers to buyers. I don't know if you see that, but I got 64 offers that I can send out to buyers right now. Now, there's a bunch of things that, again, I want to just remind people. You can sort these offers based on like what you can send offers on what has the most views. So it'll come up and show you this Puffalumps kid has the most views. It's got 5 watchers and 93 views. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. And this is what I always tell people. You can wait till they're up there. You can do them nightly, do one at a time. Then all I do is I click on send an offer. I know it was $39.95. I've had it a little while, so I'm going to put it down to $32.50. I'm going to not send a message. I don't waste the extra time. But one thing I will do is I take off allowing counter offers. So you can, it automatically on my phone puts it in there. I take it off and submit that offer. So it's up there for 48 hours. Once I've done, I've got all my other ones here. Now, what I can do next, I'm going to sort them next because I want to sort by the highest price. So these are a couple that I literally just posted, the raccoons. That's one of Rick's recent posts. That's a new one as well. So these are new ones. This is not that new. This I just reposted from an auction, and this one I just reposted. So all of these, I know I've got the ability to go down by probably about 20 bucks. And I would be happy to still take 20 bucks less than that. So I'm going to take these all, and I'm going to pop in right now all of those. See, these are all big money things that we've got here. I'm going to send offers that when I go to send offers, I'm going to put in here the 20%. And I'm, again, right in here, I'm not going to allow counter offers. I'm just going to put it there. Now, automatically send offers, what that means is that if I put that on there, it will automatically, if it generates someone who could get an offer, it's going to send an offer out. I don't like doing that. So review the offer. And then it tells me on the side there what I'm going to sell it for if it does sell right now. And every one of these, just in case you're wondering, like, for example, when I put those Pure Evil plates in, if you remember, I bought them for $7 a piece. I had them on auction for $49. I listed them and relisted them at $70. So even if I sell them here at $56, there's all 11 items are gone out right now with those offers on them. So question from Brian, does the offer go to all watchers on the item? No. The tricky thing is you never know who it's going to. There are 3 ways that eBay decides who's going to be get an offer. One is a potential watcher. Doesn't necessarily mean every watcher is going to get that offer. 2 is somebody who may have is not a watcher. Somebody who may have put the item in their cart because they don't know what watching things is. So they put it in their cart because they don't know how to watch and they just haven't bought it. So it's kind of like a reminder to them. There's something in a cart, but they didn't buy it. And then the third one is for people who've looked at something multiple times. Now, it could be multiple things like that. So if you're researching as a seller and you research 6 of the same thing, it might think this guy's really interested in that. They don't know I'm a seller. They think I'm a buyer. So if I do decide to watch one thing, or if I don't even have to watch it, they'll go, oh, this guy searched for 6 of these things. He's going to get an offer opportunity. So there's 3 different ways. And unfortunately, none of them tell you who they are. None of them tell you how many there are going out there. Every once in a while, you'll see something that says, I'm just trying to see if there's anything in here that's like that I can sort of tell you a better thing on it. I'm trying to look at this one. So right at the top of the page, so it says there, 2 interested buyers. As you can see right up here, it actually has 2 interested buyers in that item. So there'll be 2 offers that go out on that. Whereas on this next one down, 1 interested buyer. And so you will at least see something like that on it. There's a send offer, 1 interested buyer. So you know it's only going to 1 person. Oh, your iPad browser, yeah. Who watches the watcher? Yeah, they call that heavy browsing. Some people have selected not to be notified. That's very possible, yeah, as well. My offer page looks different than yours in the US. Well, this is my phone page. Are you talking, Michael, about your desktop or your cell phone? Because also it will look different on a iOS model than it will look like on a Android
phone or Android. Yep.
And I'm signed on to the US on this. So that's everything in here is US dollars, and I'm on ebay.com on your phone. Your browsers, that's why you have 4 browsers, but only goes to offers only. That's why your offers could go to less people than there are watchers. It's deciding who they are. So it's a little weird thing, but I want you to think about sending out offers, because I'm going to send out those offers. And last week we sent out offers, like 30 or 40 offers one night. And the next day we had over $200 worth of sales to items that have been out for a while, and I could easily move the price down, and I did anywhere from 10 to 25%. We don't do promoted listings. We don't necessarily do a sale. An offer is just as good as a sale to me. There's no reason to have to do both. So you see Tony got a girlfriend? No, that's just Spoonie. That's Spoonie. She fell off for a little while. She fell down. So
she was having a day.
She had a day, yeah. So let's go back and find some more of those fabulous things that we found in the Baggie Wall. I don't know why I bought this. I don't know where I bought this. I think it must have been a garage sale. I bought a baggie for $2 of Go Sports hockey pucks.
You bought more hockey pucks.
I know. I don't know why I buy hockey pucks, and I don't know who these people are. Bob Bogner, PJ Stock.
You just want to slap them in the face with a stick, don't you?
I bought 5 of these for some unknown reason. I don't even know. I never looked any of these people up, and I don't know any of the names at all. I know Connor McDavid. That's the only one I know because I hear about him all the time. This guy's Calgary Flames. This guy, I don't even know NHLPA. I don't know what the difference between NHLPA and NHL is. Go Sports! So I guess I got to look up why I spent $2 on 5 people. I think it's because the people's pictures were on them. I thought, ooh, those are special.
They're probably hockey players.
I would imagine they like. I know. Okay, I know that's the Calgary Flames. I have no idea who this is. Number 17, Jean-Pierre Dumont. Sounds like somebody on Bridgerton to me. Oh, it's Lord Jean-Pierre Dumont. That's not a Lord. PJ Stock. That's a Pittsburgh Penguin outfit. No? Catch the Wave. I don't know who that is. That looks like a bear with a head mask on. I don't know who these people are. I don't know. I buy things sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky and you walk in a store and you look as you're walking up to a Baggie Wall in the toy section. This is what you see in the bottom corner. $5.99 for an Allen and a Dr. Ken. And they're both in really, really good shape. They just happened to throw the 2 of those things into one baggie for $5.99. And I actually got this on
Senior's Day.
So I got this for $4. But Ken is wearing the Ken outfit, which is in great shape. He's got great hair. And Alan, prices on Alan since the movie went up. They're down a little bit, but still, this is going to be about $100 flip, and possibly Alan probably 60 to 70. Ken probably about 30. Then I find things that I guess it's kind of sports, Go Sports, and I buy these because we've actually sold these in the past, and I guess I must have looked these up for some reason because I did these. Hey, Kendra. I bought Wrestling Guys. Now, the only reason I ever buy Wrestling Guys is because I've looked them up and they look like they could be worth money. And we've actually sold Wrestling Guys for loose Wrestling Guys for 30, 40, and $50. So the only thing about them is there's a hell of a lot of wrestling figures out there. There are a hell of a lot of editions of those same damn wrestling figures. So let's just take a look at this guy. Play hard. That's what it says on his back. I'm going to take him out of his baggie. I do take the pictures of them while they're in the baggie. Well, let me see if I can try this in the baggie just to see what the thing is on there.
Do you want to show your screen while you're doing
Google Lens. Yeah, I know, but I can only do one thing at a time, Rick. I don't want there. So I have to go and do a whole switch of screens now to that, to this, to this, to this. So this is him. And what I looked at is there he is there. He's Jimmy or Jay Uso. Now, I think I must have seen that $75 one and thought, yeah, I can buy him. Because it looks like they're $75 for the pair. Some people are charging $75 for the pair. That might be the same guy as there. And then somebody else is selling it for $18. So maybe I didn't spend the right money on $5.99 for him. But I always look them up. Always look up your wrestlers when you can see them. Especially if you can see them clearly in the bags. The other thing when you're thinking about that, though, is always make sure that they're not scratched or chipped or anything like that, because that's something you don't want scratched or chipped wrestlers. But another Go Sports for me. Then there's Okay, this is actually, somehow I kept this with the toys, and I don't know why, but because it looks like dolls. But I saw these things, and these were in the regular sort of section. And again, kind of didn't know what the heck they were. They just looked like, I don't know, some kind of little
They remind
thing.
me of the Buyer's Carolers.
A little bit like Buyer's Carolers. They little open mouth. Now, this is what I did look this one up. And the thing was, this is the little tag that is on that. It says JKC and 2005. So I literally just typed JKC 2005. They both have one of those tags on them. And I don't know, Rick, if you're looking it up or not.
I'm trying to. There we go.
JKC 2005. And when I click on that, this is what I get. JKC old man figure from 2005, $60. Okay, that's not sold. Let's go to solds. Grandma, $59. Another grandma. So it's a woman called Jacqueline Kent is the name of the person who makes these. And take a look at some of these. Jacqueline Kent collection, $17. So I got to do a little more research on them. But again, I paid $5 for the pair of those. And thought, okay, they're worth trying. I think I have, actually, I got 4 of them. So 2 bags of these guys to try.
And if they look like they could be paired up, we might pair them up to list them.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't really tell. But again, I got to do a little more research. So $10 on those. They were sold by Giftcraft, a Canadian giftware company. You sold that stuff. Tina sold that stuff in the mid-90s. Oh. Off topic. Where do you get your eyegrass frames? You're on the hunt for pink or purple ones. Okay, Charmaine, I will send you a link, but it's a company called Pear.com. And what Pear does is they sell plain frames that you can customize with tops. Like, there we got Muppets, plain old frame, plaid, Marauder's map from Harry Potter, my Pride ones, and I actually have more. So there's like a whole bunch. There's doggies, peanuts, Cookie Monster. So the company is called Pear, and I'll send you a link because I think the link will get you some money off. Gets you like $5 or $10, and gets me, I think maybe gets me $5 too. But yeah, I love my pairs, and I finally got them fixed. And so they do prescription glasses from the States. They are actually really cheap. You can do full prescriptions. The nice thing was I got one pair I did not like the prescription on, and they just refunded me the entire thing. So what else have I got in here? Things that I bought that I don't know why I bought them. Where'd that other bag go? That I just had in my hand. I find things like this all the time when I buy them, and I don't know why I bought them. I'm hoping. Sometimes I don't look stuff up. If it's $2.99, if it's less than a latte, it's got to be bought. This is some kind of game called Dice Masters, and I could see that this was like Marvel, the thing, and there were some dice inside it. So I picked the Dice Masters thing up. All these little figures, each of them have their own dice with them. So I don't think I think they came some other way, and somebody matched these all up. So I got to do, again, more research. This entire package was $2.99. So what time frame have you bought all these baggies? These baggies were bought over about the past 7 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks, because it's usually between one Baggie Wall Haul and another Baggie Wall Haul. I'm going to show you a couple other things that I bought that I'm trying to. I do need to do research on, but I bought them for a reason. A lot of times it's just me happening to look in something that I know and I'm getting used to knowing what they are right now. This was, for example, I knew when I looked at this that I was getting vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, mainly because I know that figure is a vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So this actually had 4 figures in it, so about $1.50 a figure. And they all looked like they were in pretty good shape. I looked on the wall at the same time and I found this. This one is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but then this guy, I happen to know Vinny. You can see the back of Vinny's thing there is from Biker Mice from Mars. So again, I paid $5.99 for both of these. Hopefully about $10 a figure inside there. So that's an okay sort of flip for me. But again, it's going to take some work. This I bought, same thing, another toy bag, but I bought it for a different reason. I'm trying to do more investigation into Littlest Pet Shop. And well, just so you know, Elisa says she can't get rid of any of her Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did a show on Whatnot and did really, really well with my Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures.
Even with the stuff that was broken for parts.
Even broken ones, yeah. So, but I'm looking in here and I'm keeping my eyes open because Littlest Pet Shop can be big money on some things, especially dogs. So I'm actually risking here $3.99. And the reason I risk the $3.99 is because dogs and cats can do really good. Well, I saw a doggy and I saw a kitty. There's a doggy and kitty, and there's like 1 or 2 others inside here. And there are a couple of great, there's a really great Littlest Pet Shop Facebook group. And you can actually post pictures of them, and they have authenticators in there who will literally say, fake, real, 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 real. I don't know how they do it. I'm still trying to figure that out. But the nice thing is you can take a picture. I'll show you one that if I still got it in my phone. I have this one picture that I put up there just to try and get help from people. And what I did was in my gallery, how far down are you? If I still have you in here. And I did a grid on a piece of paper, and I put a bunch of the figures on the piece of paper, and I asked people, if I got anything here, is there anything worth looking for? Do any of these look fake? Do they look real? What do you think of them? And I had people answering me very nicely. It's like, these are all real and they're worth about this much money and you should do this with them. And of course now, that's what I did. I sent them that. I put that as a picture up on my Facebook group. So I did a little grid and I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and said, what are these? And I had a couple of people think, can I get number 7 if you're interested in selling it? So it was another fun thing to do. And then, in fact, in the same world, I found these Littlest Pet Shops a little while later. So there is a Littlest Pet Shop website that we have as a link in our research book as well. What else did I get? I got... Oh, God. Oh, no. Look, it's the other wrestler. I found his partner. Yay!
Hooray.
I have $75 now. Now I might get at least $18. I'll get that $18 or maybe more with it. So, but yeah, so then that was the other little pet
the pair was listed for $75.
I know, but it also somebody else looked like it was listed for $18. Who knows?
That was a single, wasn't it? I
don't know. I didn't know. I'll have to go and look for it. At least she's got bags of Littlest Pet Shops in your profit pile. You don't want to be taking pictures and researching. Well, that's an easy way to get the research from them. We're actually going to be doing a Littlest Pet Shop show and Polly Pocket show on Whatnot. So still Whatnot's a good place for you to potentially get rid of stuff without having to do too much research. If you get enough people watching in the beginning, you'll get a lot of people who maybe, they want that pet. So it's the same kind of auction type of thing. I start our stuff at $3 and I can sit on there for an hour and a half and maybe sell $200 or $300 worth of stuff. So that's something else that's coming up because people will pick out the rare thing if you put them up there. So it could be good. Sherry's got, okay. So I forgot that I had a Whatnot show scheduled last night completely. I moved it twice. As Sherry sent me a message at 8:30. Are you guys okay? It's like, yeah, why? She goes, because you were supposed to be on Whatnot an hour ago. And I was like, oh crap. So I will remember when I put my next Whatnot show up there. I promise I will. But for now, later on tonight and tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a lot of research on all these little things that I've got. So when we look at all those baggies I bought, they're 5, 3, 5, 3, something like that. So probably about, I'm going to guess, maybe $75 at the most. Probably $50 to $75 worth of stuff in the baggies. I know that potentially, now I'm hoping that one tarot deck is going to make me the money to pay for all of them. But you never know.
The unknown tarot.
I might be able to make a lot of money from Roman Turek.
Chuck the pucks.
I'm not going to chuck the pucks. Anyway, I'm prepping a mix, so I'm going to put them in there. Hey, Michael, time to leave. So, again, take a look at those things. If it's cheap, think about it. It's the kind of thing you don't necessarily have to look up. You spend more than that on a latte. You spend more than that on most drinks nowadays. You spend more than that on a muffin at Dunkin' Donuts. So if you see something that's at a flea market, at a garage sale, if it's a baggie on a wall, and you think, that might be interesting. I don't know how much these are going to be worth. It's worth the time every once in a while, because you could find, I'm hoping 50 to 75 bucks is going to turn into like 300 or so, if I'm lucky. More if I'm even lucky. Even if I can turn it into 150, that's still great. That's still making $60, $70 on that. So I will I'll have these on next week for our show on what we're doing for what's sold in June. And I will have the link to the pair thing. I will send Charmaine a link on that as well. And Susan as well, if I can remember. So you'll get the link for the pair website. But for now, I got a bunch of stuff now sitting all here I got to get listed. So I got to get back into the listing world of this, get all this stuff out of my way, have a nice empty box for the Baggie Wall for the next time I end up doing a Baggie Wall haul. I got to fill it up again. And
yes, it's nap time. Actually, I haven't had my nap today. No wonder I'm yawning.
Thanks so much. No more start. Well, even an espresso still can count as a couple of bucks towards something. So that's the thing as a reseller. You're going to spend money, and probably 30% of the stuff you're going to buy, you're never going to sell anyway. Even when you think you're going to sell it, you're not going to get it. So I'm going to get my money back on all these. Maybe I'll hold them for a garage sale next week, but we'll try and figure it all out. Thanks so much for watching us here on Two Dogs Digs, for joining us on a Tuesday.
Lazy.
For our Tuesday night haul pass. Next week is going to be what sold in June. Hopefully Carl will join us for that. I haven't got an official yes from him yet. And Elisa will be joining us as well. And we'll see what it is that we might have sold in another one of our slow months. Maybe Carl can even do May, June. Thanks again for everybody who did join us, and a special thanks to those of you who are members. And Jennifer, thank you so much again for becoming a member. Greg says his ultimate baggie find would be casino chips. Yeah, that were still cashable. Yes, that would be what they are. And that's a private joke between us. She showed me a doll. I said, this is fluff. She thought I meant that it was fluff. Like, no, but it was a doll called Fluff. Too long a story to get into now. Thanks again for joining us here at Two Dogs Digs. We hope to see you on the craft group. And again, remember, if you're a Kennel Club member, pop on over to the YouTube channel, take a look at community right here on that, and you will see all sorts of messages that we put even in the past year, of stuff that is for the members only, for videos and things like that. Thanks again. We'll see you again soon. Woof.
Bye.